Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer.
Okay, I already did this part, so I'm just gonna skip this. Yeah, so by the way, I hate Hangman Gambit. Like it's really bad in this game. Yeah, this is what we want right here. I'll wait for the I shouldn't have done that because I just got E and now I'm gonna wait for another R. You see. Like, Hangman's Gambit just sucks. There we go. Just need a T. Oh, I flew.
I got it! Got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
He got it.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. They stuck the weapon through one of the gaps. They could have stabbed Byakuya to death. If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? How? I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know. You're the only one! Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboard, right?
Oh, there it is. I found it truly. That is the Hellhound earring. Yeah.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. True, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly! Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room. One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know. Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room. And that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they pass through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
No, I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards. Who wasn't at the party again? I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness. Yes! This Monomi over here is your witness! I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... It obviously has to be him! Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it. Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
see? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
They could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
The culprit is self-evident.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
So it's not that.
Crap!
During the party, the killer was lurking under the...
They could have stared at me without going to the store. Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
No,
But
that's
he was
wrong.
taking a walk.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up! Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside. And he came to spy. What'd you say, motherfucker? Oh, no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party. During the party? It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
It appears we're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Oh.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that was like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that was like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Crap! The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room was like making a seafood bowl.
Is it really not
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
Okay, and I'm gonna go with my gut.
What if they used a... Definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room. It's like making a seafood bowl.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision...
Okay, and I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the moving to the storage room like it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
Okay, and I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Crap! The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
Okay, one sec.
Moving to the it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision...
Okay, and I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
I agree
There we
with
go.
that.
That was difficult.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list. It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout. I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument. A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
Wow.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me? No, that's wrong. Will you be able to break through my argument?
There's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like him. Wow. Okay.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
That's source in the dark hallway would have stood out, so the killer did have a light. The reason
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Nope.
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right? The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
No. What?
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Nope.
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Okay. I'm just gonna review my truth bullets here. It's a tablecloth. Party dishes. Oh, so he's on the other side of the fire doors.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words.
There we go.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. You actually noticed the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call it the real killer? Well, I don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? Person who used the hallway's fire door as a conduit, portable stove to move in the dark, snuck under the floorboards to stab Bieki to death using glowing paint as a mark. So only the killer I can think of is you, and only you. Man.
You're the only one!
This guy was my favorite.
Fairy tale. Could it be you?
Huh? What? What are you talking talking about?
Teru Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you
My
have an
favorite
objection,
character.
please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me shit.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts.
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Asbestos.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right? And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
Embarrassing pose.
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved. That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously, I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their step. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
He said rar.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall. Ibuki swears on her honor.
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope? Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall. Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asafu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar! If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Oh, is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again.
Okay, fine. Great.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what? No! Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly. How about it? You can't answer, Teru Teru?
How? That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so... Nagito! Say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet. You understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? Yeah, it's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all. Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent!
Folks, think about this. There's 2 diameter bend, 30 millimeters, and 50 centimeters wide. Oh. Okay. That'd be the skewer. Oh. It starts with an I. What the hell? Okay. Getting somewhere. Oh. Iron skewer. There we go, finally. So we just need R.
I got it! That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list. There seems to be one iron skewer missing. Oh, that's right. As far as I can know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Holy fuck, is he going to explode?
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us. Oh. Oh, 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 whoa!
no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
The iron skewers have been hiding in the kitchen, but the easiest way to slip it by. Bianchi and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means the weapon was probably hidden somewhere and we couldn't find it. In an unexpected place. A place being where girl. We hide a long weapon like an iron skewer. Think carefully.
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm hiding that thing! I'm not hiding anything!
To reveal to conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Unforgivable! Shut up! Where would the weapon be? This is the end!
Oh, I got it. Where would the weapon be?
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything. In a place like that?
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Bianchi and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
Seems you're thinking you're hidden like a skewer in the trash inside that pile of food. Just be that case. I wouldn't know what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now!
So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here. I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My, there's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet? Pizza! You're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Still not tell, but more importantly, who's
I
first?
guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Entire incident. Then I can prove Terra is correct. That's right, if we can do that, then we can end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
My throb is chesting. Oh wait, that's too, so it's gonna be shanky, but oh.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for them. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But
thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed. He had to retrieve that knife, and at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
Oh man.
That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
Feels like my favorite character, man.
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
Oh man. B. Sick, alright.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Oh, what? Just uses their pixel faces instead of the actual portraits. Kind of preferred the portraits from the first game, but I mean... God damn it.
Correct!
That's right! The Blackened, responsible for killing Byakuya Togami, is Teru Hanamura.
Are you serious? Out of all these people, you saying a ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But... What? Why'd you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake, I'm telling you. It was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Well, trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the body, and then heard a weird laughter from near the dining hall. When I peeked over there, I saw him. Saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty, putting the knife on the table. Had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he...
You caught me?
What?
Ben God?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming?
I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Terror, just to let you know, it's pointless for you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
What? No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just...
I see. So that's what you think.
Well,
But it's not that at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
what?
What are you saying?
I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all the ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing.
That's right, in the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical of you to face a strong enemy? You'll become even stronger yourself, which means if the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness. In order to see it, I'm gonna become everyone's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
Are you kidding? Don't tell me you're actually serious.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I really don't mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is quite unrequited. I suppose I can be called ultimate fanatic.
No way!
There's something wrong with you.
Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me? But isn't that what love is?
Nagito, what's the meaning of this? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about this story at all.
See?
You see, if you have a favorite boxer, you don't want him to fight against a strong opponent and win. You better not compare us to that.
What?
Huh, am I wrong? So given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, trials such as this can elevate their status to even higher level.
Amazing.
It's amazing to me to think that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far significant for me to die as everyone's trial. There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation, so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop, man, you're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you saying that basically you want to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as killing someone for fun, but I guess it'll look the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die.
Is that why you didn't mind when Terra discovered your plan?
What's wrong?
Or perhaps that was intentional too.
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing. Plus, it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. That's why you blatantly revealed your plan to Terra. You expected to pique Terra's curiosity. You excited to look forward to the mystery become more complex.
Well, you're basically right. It's true I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well.
You're right.
I casually just mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get close to it.
This dude, he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know.
However...
But why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed to thrust the item skewer there. But why is Byakuya the one who died? I was supposed to kill Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. Then it plays a Nagito. No, I don't think that's it. No?
Perhaps...
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
Guide you all.
That much I promise. Did we in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. That someone was aiming for Nagito. So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito, even though he was trying to take the knife? I see, Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. Yet,
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become stronger by overcoming this despair. Could it be you know Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail? Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were gonna be my fun for later. Just kidding.
Unexpected.
But I never expected it turned out like this. I never expected I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. That's why I decided to help Teru Teru. Why? Well, because Teru Teru decided to commit his crime, because he had also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly become the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought maybe he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru Teru. I mean, confirm, just stop it already. Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also emphasized he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know. If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right? But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. Told him, I don't care if I die. You should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru Teru? In the end, my help wasn't just enough, and this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain. You'll become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else, so their hopes can grow even more powerful. Sacrifice?
Shut up!
Shut up already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey.
Really okay to just leave this crazy bastard alone like this? It's better we just fucking kill him off. Kill, he said. High school students are so violent these days. But the person who's gonna get killed now is Nagito. It's Teru Teru.
What's the matter?
Oh, you didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? If the blackened killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait.
Hold on.
No.
That was, how should I put it? An accident. An act of self-defense, not intentional. Anyway, I feel Buzzwell is not my fault. Doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey.
But isn't there anything like sympathy judgments, exaggerated circumstances, or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims.
That's
That's not... Hey, save me, you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so... Be honest, after learning Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right?
wrong.
There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito, and willing to sacrifice everyone else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end.
No.
Man.
That is...
Teru.
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive. Why would you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Because she's waiting for me. Mama's still waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Hope Peak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but
Wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already. I know that already.
I promise her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mom was waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
We told our memories were stolen. That several years have passed since our first day.
Hey!
What happened to the Hanamura Diner? And my mom was still waiting for me. Oh, look. I'm just gonna soon quit here. It's running a bit long, so. Alright.